It's a brave new world indeed when you got someone like me coming out of the shadows to do a live stream. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jonathan Rosignol. If you don't know who I am, you can visit www.livefreeliverich.com, or you can just simply Google my name and you can find out. However, that's not what this live stream is all about tonight. Tonight, what I want to talk about is an idea that I had. I have some points that I want to talk about. Basically, if you're watching this and you're expecting me to entertain you, I don't mean to disappoint you, but I won't be dancing, juggling, or jumping through flaming hoops anytime soon. But what I am going to do is step outside of my comfort zone and for you. And what I'm going to do is explain what I mean by that. So just stay tuned and I'll try to go through all my points as thoroughly as possible. And just bear in mind, I'm not a public speaker. This isn't something that I do on a regular. So just kind of be patient with me and I promise I'll try to get through all of my points as thoroughly as possible. So basically, if this is going to be any prelude to what you can expect out of this, it's just a very chill stream. It's not going to be like a big, huge production. It's just more or less just going to be like a hangout stream. So getting right to it. So basically any kind of entertainment that you can get out of this, it's not going to be the type of entertainment like, say, it's going to have like the cinematic qualities of that you would see in like a vlog. And it's probably not going to have, or maybe sometimes, but not always, going to have like the type of real, like thought-provoking type of material that you would see in, say, like an essay or like a documentary. However, I wanted to harness that communal aspect that is the live stream format and kind of give it my own little spin, if you will. So let's jump right into it with my first point here. Where did the idea come from? Well, a little bit about me is I like to be involved. I'm online every day, okay, which I know a lot of you are as well. But I'm very much involved in the indie scene. If you are familiar with any of my work, you know that I am very proactive in the, as far as like the indie publishing scene, and where I spend a lot of my time as far as with the creative sphere is on YouTube, on more specifically in the Booktube, Authortube realm of YouTube. And what I like to do is I like to, not only do I watch a lot of different people's content on YouTube, but I also enjoy jumping in on live streams whenever possible. The big part of that I enjoy is the fact that, like, even in being in the audience, as a member of the audience, you feel like you are a part of the show. And that's something that kind of sparked this idea of mine that I have here. Now, there's plenty of podcasts out there, and I just want to say, like, I don't really have an interest in recreating what somebody else is doing. And there's already plenty of great podcasters out there, and they're doing a great job. Not to say that that's a bad thing. Like, if you wanted to start your own podcast, you know, there's always room for more. But just me personally, that's just not something that I'm aspiring to do. So this isn't going to be a podcast. I understand that is technically what I'm doing right now, but it's not going to be a podcast. This is not going to turn into a podcast in the sense that I'm going to have some sort of strict like regimen that I'm going to follow, or have follow some sort of like set format or formula that I'm going to do. So with this live stream idea, I just want it to be really lax, very like chill stream. I just come on here, and the level of entertainment that you're going to get out of this live stream is going to be completely reliant upon you as a member of the audience. Which brings me to my next point, which is, what's the big idea? The big idea here is that this, and I, as far as I know, there's no other YouTubers, booktuber, anybody else in the creative sphere, as far as the Booktube, Authortube realm, that's doing this specifically. I don't know what they do I don't know about maybe on Twitch or something like that, but I don't do Twitch. So here, my idea is basically I'm going to have this live stream, and the focus of this live stream is 100% on the audience. So basically, that's what I mean by the degree to which this live stream is going to be considered entertaining is going to be completely up to you guys and what you bring to the table. So in other words, like, I'll come on here. What I said before with my commitment is basically I'm going to come on here basically what my commitment to you will be. I will come on here, load and boot up this live stream every Monday night around at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we can all meet up here at the same place at the same time, and we can hang out and we can interact with each other in real time. Well, as real time as it gets, without actually being in the same room together. And which brings me to making good time on this, actually, which brings me to my final point, which is, why am I doing this? Well, before I get into the aspects of what you can get out of this, I want to and explain what I'm getting out of this. And first and foremost, what I've been trying to figure out was, how can I build a rapport? Well, first off, build an audience, but not just in terms of numbers. Okay, I've never been a numbers guy in the sense of like, I want quantity. To be honest with you, I literally do not have. It's not my mission to become famous. Like, I don't care about the numbers. Trust me, when it comes to the numbers, I'm all set in that department. I don't need the numbers. I don't need to become famous. But what I prefer to have is build some rapport with those of you that are in my peer group in terms of the creative sphere, because I very much am involved in the underground scene, have been for quite some time, and I want to be, a part of the forefront in terms of what is trending in the indie scene, what's being talked about in the indie scene, and bringing my ideas to light within the indie scene, and seeing how, bringing new creator in terms of bringing new talent into the scene, bringing them in, under my wing, so to speak, well, not like a, not so much as like an agent, because it's very much things are done independently, but more as like a big brother, if you will, something like that. And that's what this chill stream kind of taps into for me, I guess. And so what do you get out of it, in terms of, based on what I'm getting out of it? It's kind of like killing two birds with one stone. So like on my channel, I don't get a lot of engagement on my videos, which is understandable, because the thing about it is, like, I'm really not a content creator. I don't and I don't really care to be a content creator. Just creating content for the sake of creating content, without any really rhyme, reason, or for it, like that. In other words, it's not like something that I would get like enjoyment out of. Like I'm very much more of a pragmatic type of individual, in terms of in terms of like what I do. But aside from my own personal artwork, like, which is my writing, that in terms of artistic expression, that is it for me. Like, I really just, want to focus on my writing. However, I do realize that as we move forward, and the indie scene kind of takes over takes over as in the forefront of entertainment and culture, and the mainstream, what was classically considered the mainstream outlets, kind of like fade away. This is going to become more and more relevant, these types of outlets of getting to know people. So I guess this is like my way of saying, hi, I'm a real human being, and I want to get to know people who are in the creative sphere and build a rapport with my peers. And this is one way that I can do that. And at the same time, I can create some content for my page that people are actually engaging on, because really, for the most part, what I've been doing is just I'm re-uploading my breakdown shorts, which are really just links to try and funnel people over to my website. So my YouTube really hasn't been very active, aside from like my latest video that I've put up as kind of like an all-encompassing introductory of what Live Free, Live Rich is all about. But I've been around for a while, and the thing, so this is not, so with these live streams, it's not about boosting my work. The idea of this hangout stream is getting people to come in. Basically, as far as I'm concerned, this is your show and I'm just the producer. So I don't want to be a podcaster doing interviews and stuff like that per se. I'm just going to come on here every Monday. What you can get out of me every Monday, I come on here 8 p.m. I'll load up the live stream, and then it's going to be open to the public. Anybody can join me on this live stream and hop in the chat, introduce yourself to me, tell me who you are, tell me a little bit about your work, and do you have any books that are about to be released? Do you have any books that are already on the market? And I can check those out on the live stream. Or if you have a website, you run a blog, then I can look up your website on the live stream. I can check out your articles, and I can read something, like if you have poetry, whatever, essays, anything on your blog that you would like to get some recognition for, I can load it right up on the live stream, and I can read it live and give commentary, offer some insights, or just share my opinions on it, or you can get my reaction. And that's another thing is, if you are a content creator, you're a fellow content creator, in terms of just having a YouTube, but you upload content like regularly, and you just want to maybe get some extra eyes on your work, or maybe even just get my reaction to certain videos that you upload and get my opinion on whatever topic that it is that you were talking about. I'm game for that too. I can load up the videos and we can watch it as a group, and I can even do, add some questions, or put some rankings in the audience, like rank this video 1 to 10 or whatever in the chat. We can do different things like that. And so let me just touch on another thing before I kind of wrap this up here. So another reason why, what is motivating me to do this, again, like I say, it's not about the quantity, but really about the quality of building a familiarity with each other in this, interacting live and creating that communal atmosphere, if you will. What I noticed is that when it comes to Booktube, Authortube, realm of YouTube, that is just a small subset of the indie scene. Like, the indie scene is huge. Like, I'm on Facebook groups. I have lists. One of my lists on Twitter is like already over like 500 something accounts of people involved in the indie scene, and most of those people, a lot of those people aren't even like involved in Booktube, Authortube at all. But there are people that are involved on YouTube. They just don't upload content on their channels, but I know that they themselves are writers and they are authors, and they have books out that they've written and published. And what I'm saying to you people that are often located, and I've seen you located in the chats or in the comment sections of other videos where people are talking about their products, their books and stuff, is that this stream is a 100% appropriate spot for you to literally just come in and introduce yourself to me and start talking about what it is that you do. Tell me. I want to know. I want to recognize you. I want to acknowledge what it is that you're doing. I want you to come in and just feel free to just start talking about your projects with me, talking about things that you're working on within the creative sphere. The only thing that I ask of you is that we don't make any of this personal. I don't really care to know, quite frankly, to be 100% honest with you, I don't really have a big interest in knowing anything about your personal life, and all I ask is that you don't try to pry into mine, and we just keep it strictly about creative works and what it is that we're working on as artists, and go from there. Now, with all that being said, this is going to be referred to as a chill stream. So on nights, specifically even like nights like tonight, where it's slow, there's nobody in the chat, that's not a big deal to me. if nobody shows up, that's fine. I will just use this time and I will kick back, I'll relax, and I'll use this time to read. I'll use this time to work on my own writing, just as if this was a reading sprint or a writing sprint. This is what I mean by it's kind of like a hybrid model type deal. It's not a strict, rigid regimen that I'm following, like you would see in like a more formal podcast. It's just more of a chill situation, but it's not just a reading sprint or just a writing sprint. It's a hangout stream. So if you show up and you got something that you want to talk to me about in terms of, like, say you don't have to, but it's not something where you're going to be, I don't want you to feel pressured to like come in here and you have to be bringing something to the table. That's not necessary either. If you want to just come in here and you just want to chill, you want to say hi, stop in, and then you grab a book and you just want to read and hang out at the same time, chit chat a little bit here and there. Or if you want basically a buddy to hang out with while you're working on a piece of writing or something like that, I'm cool with that too. And we can just chill. It's not something that you have to feel like you need to bring something to the table. However, if people want to do that, this is the place to do it. You can show up and let me know, and we can just jump right into it. Load up those videos, load up your website, or I can look up your products and check them out and go from there. There was something else I was going to say, but let me just go over my notes. No one here anyways, so we can just hang out. If you stop in the chat, like I said, just say hi. I can put your comments up. Yeah. So I'm excited. I think this could turn into something that could be fun. Something fun that could be done on a Monday night. You know, if nothing's going on, this could just be simply an escape from the monotony of the day to day, or it could be an excuse to get away from the stressful hustle and bustle, if you will. 8 o'clock is not a bad time. Usually kids are already off to bed. You've slipped into something a little bit more comfortable. You get yourself a beverage, if you will, and you can tune into the chill stream, and we can talk reading, writing, and anything else going on in the creative sphere that might be of interest. Come hang out with good old JR. In terms of time, like I said, this is something that I'm willing to do on Mondays. Pretty sure I can guarantee that I can get the stream up around 8 o'clock every Monday consistently. And willing to do it for about a half hour I think to start with, I think about a half hour, 45 minutes wouldn't be bad to start. And then just kind of, and then, once if people start coming around and joining the stream and we get multiple people in here and we actually have things to look at and talk about and explore, like, different people's work and websites, videos, different things that we can be looking at, and talking about and discussing and interacting with, then, if it goes over that 45-minute mark, it goes over. I don't have a specific limit, but as of right now, I'm willing to do about a half hour, 45 minutes of my time of just coming on here and hanging out. And if people just want to hop in, they want to say hi, and that's all you want to do, I'm cool with that. So another point, another thing on that last point, as far as why I'm doing this, I was talking about time. So I know that, like, so the people that you would see in like the comment sections of YouTube videos, stuff, that are also authors and writers and artists, that don't actually upload content of their own. Like, it could be, I understand that it could be a matter of time. Like, not everybody and has the time to dedicate towards, because uploading a video is not just as simple as just hitting record. Like me right now, like, you can tell this video, for the most part, I've tried to keep it on track and on point to the topic. But even still, and I'm not even remotely a public speaker, it's difficult to just hit record and start talking and it be like a, something that just goes smoothly. And then to try and be entertaining on top of that, that's a whole nother ball game. So, so basically what I was saying, like, with those of you that, you have a YouTube channel, but it's just because it's a YouTube account so you can interact on other people's channels. This is for you. Like, this I feel like this is a good opportunity for you to come in and get a little extra recognition and be acknowledged. Like, I see you, I've seen you on the videos, I see you in the comment sections. You can come in, talk to me, and let's see if we can't, build a little rapport with each other and become and have some gain some familiarity with each other in that sense, as far as peers in the creative sphere. That's what this live stream is going to be all about, this hangout stream. Like, I understand that not everybody has if it's not even a matter of just being shy and you don't want to necessarily put yourself out there, because I'm not even opposed to bringing other people into the stream. You have a camera, you want to hang out with me on camera, on the stream, while we continue to pay attention to what's going on in the chat, with the audience. Just knowing that that's what this stream is about, is paying attention to the audience. I'm cool with having like a co-producer, if you will, someone else that wants to add kind of their own 2 cents into the jar with mine as we check out what other people have to offer. I'm cool with that idea as well. That might be something we could do down the road. But yeah, I know that even if it's not a matter of just being shy, understand that maybe not everybody has the time and resources to do something like this. Not that it's really costs a lot to like have the equipment to do it, but just like the resources in as far as like the energy, I guess, to put yourself out there and to talk on camera and to interact with people, because you've probably, especially at the end of a if you've had a long Monday, that's probably the last thing on your mind, is like wanting to have your face on a camera and trying to socialize with people. But for me, I got both. I got time and resources. And as far as energy, even though I'm not much of a public speaker, I'll give you as much energy as I have to give in terms of trying to make this a fun experience for everybody that wants to join the live stream. So that's my pitch, if you will, to you guys out there in the creative sphere. If you want to hop in and we can hang out. So I've been going on now for about half hour. And the thing about these live streams is, like I said, it's an easy way, because like I say, I'm not a content creator. Like every now and then I might have like the inspiration. I might gain the inspiration to suddenly do a little cinematography, if you will, and put together a vlog, or maybe like basically read a transcript and create like a visual, do like a video essay type deal, like kind of like a quasi documentary type thing. But for the most part, I'm really not a content creator, and I don't really aspire to be one. However, this idea just kind of came to me, and I'm like, you know what? This is like, aside from like getting over my, not like a fear of crowds, but just feeling like you're on the spot. I feel like this is good for me to try and like get past that, the whole thing of like feeling like I'm being put on the spot or anything like that, and just get over it, so I can kind of just relax. So kind of like take this as like almost like this is like practice for me, in terms of like being on live streams and actually interacting on live on camera, and learning how to kind of, you know what I mean, like relax, chill out, and just be myself on the camera. So when it comes to the point where I'm ready to kind of just go on some of these podcasts that I'm referring to in this live stream, I feel like I'll be ready to do that, and then just kind of be, a fun guest for, those content creators out there that I enjoy watching. And in the meantime, this is also, just like I said, an easy way for me to create some content for my own channel. For my own channel. Low effort, doesn't require me to write up a script or anything like that. I'll just come in here, I'll turn on the live stream, and you guys want to come in here and talk about what it is that you have going on. You want to plug your products. You want to talk about your books. This is the place to do it. You are more than welcome to come in here and completely use this platform every Monday, starting at 8 p.m. to pimp out your projects. And I'm perfectly fine with that. I can do, like I said, we can do the screen sharing thing. I can even do some videos. Let's see if it works. See if it works without freezing. Well, so far so good. It hasn't frozen yet. Let's see. That's my oh shit. That's my oh shit screen. You always got to have a oh shit screen handy. That's my oh shit. Get out the live. So we'll put the music back on for a little bit. Put something else. Yeah, so this live stream, I'm going to keep this one up on the YouTube channel, since this is kind of like, this will act as like the introductory live stream, so everyone can kind of get the gist of what the live stream is about. If anyone asks, then I can just refer them to this video and they can learn what it's all about. Try not to make it too much longer, because I just kind of keep it short. I think I covered just about everything that I wanted to cover as far as what I'm trying to do here. And that's about that. That's about it. That's about all I wanted to cover on that. So I guess what I'll do is I'll kick back, I'll hang out. Let's see, I'll hang out for about another 10 minutes or so. Maybe I'll read it. Maybe I'll read a chapter of this book, and then we'll say that's a wrap. Anyone stops by, I'll see him in the chat.
I'm going to cut it short here, about an hour. If you're watching this on the replay, you can go ahead, leave a comment down below, and let me know what you think about this idea. Any thoughts, suggestions? If you want to send me some links, that would be a great place to do that. If you want to, so I can kind of like prepare for next week. If you have, and say for instance, a YouTube video that you'd like me to watch, then just leave that in a comment down below, and I'll check it out and maybe have it set up for next week. So for now, I guess I'll end the broadcast and say goodbye.